Good day, everyone. My name is Chimere Ophelia. So today we'll be discussing the book "The Leader Who Has No Title" by Robin Sharma. This book is really interesting. It tells us the story of a man called David Blakes and his journey to becoming a leader without a title. This book is really interesting. It proves to us that we can actually become leaders without real titles or headers in our names to prove who we are. We can just do what we like doing, lead other people through our good works and dedication. Chapter 1 of this book is talking about David Blakes. His parents died when he was still little and he fell into great depression. This depression made him not to think that he could be anything except from a low life. He didn't really believe in himself anymore. He didn't do things the way other people did. He just lost hope and fell into great depression. But this book told us that after everything, he entered the army and yet he was still depressed. It even became worse because during the Iran war, people died. During war, he met his friends and other people died in his front and he couldn't do anything about it. This book stated how bad his life was until one time a man entered the bookshop where he worked, and even where he was working in the bookshop, he was not really liked by other employees because of his negative attitude towards work. Because of his negative attitude towards work, it was only because of the customers that he still retained his position as a worker there. Then one day, a very interesting man entered the bookshop, Tommy Flynn. So chapter 2 of this book is talking about my meeting with my leadership mentor. So on a fateful day, a man entered into Dave's bookshop, and the man's name was Tommy Flynn. The man was actually interesting. He was actually tattered. He was not really wearing nice clothes that were actually encouraging. But then David found out that the man knew his parents and that the man was actually here to make him not to give up hope in life, but for him to keep on trying in life. Then after some time and after some brief discussion, the man told Davis that he was gonna introduce him to teachers who was going to help reshape him and reform him to become something greater in life. And it is scheduled for the next day. So chapter 3 is talking about the sad cost of mediocrity and the spectacular reward of leadership mastery. So Johnny told James to meet him in the cemetery. At first, it was somehow because James was wondering why someone would tell him to come and meet him in the graveyard. But he took the courage because he was on the quest to break out from his shell. He was tired of living the kind of life he lived. And then he just took his time and went to the graveyard. Even beat the time that Tommy had told him to come. So when he came, Tommy was actually pleased with him and he told him that to be a great leader that someone has to be there on time and that the person needed to do things even when other people couldn't do it. So he actually showed a great leadership skill by coming to the graveyard even though he didn't know why, and he also came there on time. Then as a reward for being early, Tommy gave him his necklace with the inscription LWT and told him what it meant. It meant leave without a title. And then he also gave him brief talks telling him that he does not really need to show wealth, or he does not really need anyone to come and appoint him and be like, yes, this is your post. No, he taught him that just need to do things that when other people watch him, other people will learn from him, that he does not really need a title or a heading to be like, yes, this is his job. No, that he just needed to do things at the right time. Then Tommy also showed Dave the 10 human regrets, Tommy which Dave noticed that if he kept on with the kind of lifestyle he's living, then he's going to end up with the 10 human regrets. And then he actually made up his mind that he's going to follow Tommy to make his life better And then Tommy showed him the 10 human victories, which was what he wanted. So he began to go on a journey to become a leader without a title. It's chapter 4 of this book is telling us that we need no title to be a leader. So Tommy took Blake to go and see a hotel cleaner who was really proud of her job, and she took her business first before every other thing. She made her job her priority, even though she had to clean after people, but yet she did it with happiness. She gave Blake an acronym IMAGE, meaning innovation, mastery, authenticity, guts, and ethics. Telling him that in innovation he needs to do things new and differently, that he does not really need to do it how others do. And then mastery, she told Blaze that he needed to master things easily, that he just needed to take things the way they were, and that he does not really need to like he does not really need to understand everything, but he needed to master key things and everything. In authenticity, she told him that he needed to do things very plain, and that he needs people to know him for who he is, and not for him to be camouflage type of that. He will do things at the right time. He needs to be authentic in everything he does. Then God's meaning that he's gonna take risks. For him to be a great leader and to lead without a title, he's going to take risks, and that he's going to do things even that where people don't see hope, that is what he's going to do. Then ethics, meaning that he needs values, that he needs to be doing things at the right time, that he's going to be a good and responsible person that will do things when others are doing it. That for him to lead it, for him to be a leader, he needs to have ethics, and he needs to have ethics and values. So Tommy took Dave's to another important teacher. His name was TY. He made majority of his money from skiing, but now he had a a business center where he sold skiing works. So he taught this with the acronym SPARK, meaning speak with candor, prioritize adversity, breeds opportunity, response versus reacts. Kudos for everyone. So speak with candor. For somebody to be a leader, the person needs to speak with pride. The person needs to be sure of what he or she is saying. The person will not just take anyhow. The person has to be sure of what he was saying. Then for him to prioritize. To prioritize, it's easy to forget one's dreams, visions, and mission. But leaders without titles stick to their goals. For you to be a great leader, you need to stick to your goals at all times. So you need to prioritize yourself. Then adversity brings opportunity. Leaders without titles see opportunities where others don't see it. Where others see a problem, leaders actually see opportunities there. Their response versus react means that whenever you see something, you have to do it. You have to react towards that thing. You don't just need to talk as a leader. As a leader, you both talk and you also react. Then kudos for everyone. When you are true with whatever you do, you cheer everybody up. Both the people you are leading and yourself, you cheer everybody up to prove that yes, they did well. So Tommy took the place to meet Jackson Chan, who was an ex-CEO of a multi-million dollar technology, but now he's a gardener. He talked about how a leader should relate with other people. He used the acronym HUMAN to explain to Daisy. H meaning helpfulness. A leader has to be helpful at all time. He needs to help the people he's leading. He needs to teach them, even when they don't understand. He needs to teach them. Then the you in human meaning understanding. A leader should be understanding. A leader should know and note reasons why the person he's leading made some mistakes. You should understand that nobody is perfect. Then mingle, meaning M for mingle. A great leader mingles with everybody. He does not just stay one place. He does not just select people. No, a great leader mingles with everybody. He chooses everybody to be his friend. A meaning amuse. A great leader amuses everybody. He doesn't select. He doesn't choose. He just does everything at the right time. He makes sure everybody is along. Then N meaning nurture, a great leader nurtures people. He helps them to get along with everything. He nurtures them, he teaches them, he makes them to understand what is being said when they don't understand it. Tommy took this to go and meet his last teacher, who was a massage therapist by the name Jet Priestley. He talked more about health and he used the acronym SHINE. See clearly. For someone to lead, the person has to see beyond what other people see. He needs to think and see more clearly. The health is wealth. That is for H. A great leader takes care of his health. He does not really only he takes care of his health also. Then I inspiration. A great leader inspiration matters. A great leader inspires other people and also learns from inspiration. When he leads, someone is leading people, he gets inspired and also inspires people. Then, and neglect not your family. A great leader never neglects people he knows, people that has him and people he have. A great leader never neglects anyone. He's always there for them. Then he elevates your lifestyle. You don't really need to dwell in the past to be something in life. No, you can change. You can change some certain things that you know that does no longer matter to you. Mommy taught Davis that life can actually change from worse to better. Then after some, just the next day, Tommy died, and the last gift he gave to Davis was teaching him that he could actually make something meaningful out of his not so meaningful life, and he gave him his BMW car as a gift. Thanks for listening.